Your party, my party, this is the people's party. Your party, my party, everybody get on board. The country is changing. Some things will be raging.
Salem! Good night, Salem. Are you feeling hardship? The cry across the land from the people is hardship, unemployment, high inflation, discrimination, victimization, and double standards. In the crowd, there are persons unemployed. All of you are undergoing high inflation. You experience high inflation. You experience hardship. And a number of you have suffered from discrimination, victimization, and double standards. My people, why you think that as president of the Montserrat Civil Service Association, I decide to resign and make a transition from leader of trade union to a politician? Why do you think when I was asked by the other side to join them, I said I cannot turn my back on workers? Why do you think that when I decide that I prefer to work with a different team, that all the civil servants of substance decide to join the same team? Why do you think I decide to work instead with opposition leader and Mr. David Osborne? Because I believe in fighting for people. I believe in fighting for better standards for people. When you have government ministers saying there is no hardship, when you the people are saying there is hardship, they must be dreaming, dead sleeping. I agree. When they say there is no hardship, they obviously are out of touch with you, the people. They do not understand what you're going through. They do not care what you're going through. But the people sitting here behind me tonight, they care. And that is why we decide to make the sacrifice. Tell you about double standards. Because we decide we prefer to work with you, the people. When the time to declare, they declared their civil servants on their side without them resigning. And we could not be declared without resigning. Double standards. They will employ them and give them jobs. Double standards. Yes. Victimization. But you know what? It always takes strong people to represent you, the people. And that is why you see the red team is full of strong people that are not afraid of authority. You, the people, are crying out for change. You say you want to switch from Geico to Allstate. You want to come over from MCAP to PM. And you said you want people of substance to resign and come out to represent you. And that is what we have done. Because we are not afraid of nothing. Nothing moves us. In times like these, you need people with backbone. You don't need a little wimps. In times like these, you need honest people that will share the wealth. Every time I say share the wealth, some people get upset because what? They do not want to share. Their pocket full and yours empty. They're doing well and you catching hell. So when I say share the wealth, who bets dead? St. John's, I told you that it won't be long before some small businesses close down. You think I was joking? I don't make jokes. When I talk, I have my sources. I don't talk much, but when I talk, I know what I'm saying, and it won't be long before they come to pass. 1 week after, Superstar, Arrow, Man Shop are closed down. What are we going to do with the workers? They have mortgages, they have rent, they have to send children to school. They got bills to pay. But the ministers that we elect on radio saying there is no hardship. They say they go in the stores and they say people buy food. So they expect you to buy food. What am I going to do? Then? Come on. Nonsense. That's the best they could come with. After 5 years, that's the best they could come with. Come on. Come better than that.
St. George's University.
In everything, we know that the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank already in its report state, the only way the member states of the Eastern Caribbean is going to make progress is by increasing their exports significantly and increase the tourist arrivals significantly. Well, it doesn't take much to tell you. If they're looking to sell the hotels, they don't have no tourists yet.
They're crazy.
No tourists are come.
They're crazy.
But yet, you have $20 million in a tourism project.
Yeah.
And the tourists are come.
What they got with them?
And it can down MDC.
What they got with them?
We know in MDC deal with tourism.
What they got with them too?
But then, the minister tell you the MDC will only be funded for 3 years. And after that, they have to find money for... Me never said nothing, you know. I have that sense, work it out. I decided that since I represent civil servants, I could do something that will benefit the civil servants and still benefit you in the private sector. Because when you apply and you make strong case for an increase, civil servants cannot make no savings with it. They have to spend it back with the business places in the private sector. More money to spend in the private sector so you who work in the small business could keep your jobs. That it doesn't close down like Arrow Man Shop and the others that will soon close down. I'm glad you all listening carefully because some of you out there gonna lose your job soon. Because some of the businesses gonna close down again. I told you before it's happening and it's gonna happen again. So this is serious business. This is not no friendship business. This is bread and butter issues we deal with.
Yes, I like
I decided to make a strong case for civil servants increase. And the premier, my good friend, you know. On the road radio castigating me, say I should make a representation. Not because he don't make no me should make. I have to make it and show my friend how to do the thing. Right? But yet, still have to give him credit because he turned around and he took forward the case that he was so strong. And of course the election here, so. But then, for months, we've been waiting for the answer. Trying to find out, well, what's the answer from David on the salary increase. I decide tonight to read it, the answer from the aid memo. It is from page 9.
Yes.
And we're going to start with recommendations to improve budget aid processes. Improve, meaning that what it is now is not good enough. Government should be careful to appropriately inform the Fed of the full range of policy measures that have significant budget implications and to seek approval for the use of any in-year budget surpluses. The Budget and Aid team is concerned that it was not given a complete picture during the budget aid mission of how government planned to use the expected end-year budget surplus for 2013-14. This prevents a complete analysis of the following year's spending needs and policy prioritization, and undermines, listen, undermines confidence in the budget setting process more generally, not just in that area, generally, you know what generally mean? In everything. No, Mrs. I don't always say so, my name is Bukal, but I memoir, I'm just reading from it. And later I will give notes so you can read it yourself. In particular, they went on to say, DFID were not consulted. Well, we know they don't like to consult. In the lead up to the approval of supplementary bill that used part of the 2013-14 surplus funds to fund the civil service bonus. I hear me say? I listen? Although the subject of the performance-related bonus was briefly raised when the Premier and the Cabinet Secretary met with DFID team in December 2013. They went on to say, as discussed in March, the government of Montserrat decision to press ahead with implementing this bill has meant that the budget proposal for a consolidated civil service pay increase from 1st April 2014 will not be pursued any further.
Wow!
So after the Civil Service Association made such a strong case, and the government started goodwill negotiation, they had to find a way to mess it up. That could never be considered as good representation. Is that good representation, people? Is that good representation? Do you want us to change that?
Yes.
Anyone want to change, Mom? I can't hear you. Do you want that change?
Yes.
Well, you know, with the same vigor that I fight for these things as union leader, with even greater vigor, I'll fight as a member of the legislature for you, the people. And what they have put wrong that we could correct, we will correct.
Yes.
And what requires negotiation, we will negotiate.
Correct.
And I promise you, we will consult with DFID, and they would not have to write such a bad record and report on the government like they're doing now. I want you to understand, you know. I want you to understand. DFID also questioned the $500,000 I tell you all about the other night. Extra money. I didn't say 500,000 altogether. Not. It's 500,000 more than it cost when government was running it. To run this from 500 to 600,000. Do the calculation. To run the bus service. And now that you get enough $500,000 more to run the school bus service, you still charge the parents more money for tickets. And when the child can't have a ticket, you throw him off the bus. Is that right? You want that change?
Yes.
Well, what you have to do if you want that change? But remember, all the administration work is still being done by civil servants. Them crossed us for the last 5 years. And then say they don't care if we vote for them because they get them full pension, although they cut hours in half. They get the full social security, full government, and some of them get a third pension. And they cut hours in half. So they don't care about us because they have the full pension, they're pensionable. And now election come and come about and talk about give them money. Do what else? What else? To do what? What else for? So they could kill you this time and see them build very well and bury you. Them said them fool there the last time and they're easy to fool. Just spend the money during the election and then cut you again. Listen to me. We don't want to know the answer now. Let's wait until after the election and see if we really fool like that for you. When the results come out, we know if they're correct, if I really fool so. Or if I really ever show them that them ran about what I say. Switch from Geico to Wall Street. Switch from MCAP to PDM. And if you're fed up, feel free to red up. You know that when you work around your contract, you get 12.5%. Guess how much the government ministers get? 25% gratuity.
Right, that's right.
I don't know all them sudden. I don't know anything. I tell you all, you know. You are going to get the details later. You already know what you're really getting. But all I want to make the point. 20 years you could have worked as a civil servant, and after 20 years you could take early retirement, get your gratuity, go into the private sector, help develop the private sector, and then when you become a pensionable age, then you will receive your pension. Government changed that. Now you have to go all 58 years and after the years and 65 and after the complicated thing. Right? But here what happened? Look, government not change the fact that after 1 term and 2 years they could get full pension. That not change.
That's right.
And then they say, we come fool you again. Well, we not let them fool you, we will set all you straight. When them tell you that there is no hardship, when you know the minister get $240,000 a year for work for, he must have no hardship there. But what we want you to do is come down and feel what you the people are feeling. That is what they get paid to do. I don't even care what they get, how much they get paid. As long as they come down here and feel what you feeling and represent you. Then they come around with them foolishness about R9. R9 of what? R9 of what? And them pyjama t-shirt them. Pyjama t-shirt that them, where do you think them print them? Overseas, all them red t-shirts you see where they print right here with a small business worker, small business owner. Putting people first, putting the small business first. Leaving the money right here in Montserrat economy. You understand what I said? Out of the $500,000, you get $200,000 and pay civil service in increments. That down right back in the economy. Maybe I want to lock down. Right? Out of the 500,000, you take 2, you still got 300,000. All them road up there, so. What I say? People on the other side live up there, I stop telling you. And then that, and you got all the money that you want little friend, and they road they want to fix, and then you got to do what? What else you have to do? Go up, what? Man, let me get, let me pack up and go, man. Anyway, sometimes, after you talk about what is not right, you have to suggest some good. This PDM team will mention some of what we intend to do. Of course, we need to revive the economy, create employment, put people back to work. And we're going to do so with some of these following. Residential housing development, targeting retirees from places such as USA, UK and Canada. We will also target people in the diaspora from Montserrat. But first, we need to fix the issues of when they return here and they have such a hard time getting the stuff out. Trixie, you just went through that. And many other people. And every time they say that this thing is in place, and when people come home, they have to struggle so much. Stop lying to the people. So much lies. They are the same one who went in the house. What a house of... They went in the house and said, boastingly, when the time to pass the public admin bill, they're going to make sure that civil servants to resign and come back and run. We don't know lie them like, if any time they ask me, I tell them no, they don't change their mind on that. So we now look forward to that. But I'm happy that you are see for yourself, they lie to you again.
Yes.
And keep on lying. But it's up to you if you want to be lied for another 5 years, if you want to be lied to for another 5 years. Up to you. You got to make your choice. I can only come here and present the facts. We can only come here and put ourselves forward. But the decision is yours, my people. It's yours to make. Private and public partnership in providing housing solutions for persons living on Montserrat. 500 people still on there trying to get housing solutions. And after 5 years, they can't solve that. Access to financing for existing and small businesses. Training in management. An agency like Jampro, for example, to market products made in Montserrat, processed in Montserrat, grown in Montserrat. Assistance to ensure that products from Montserrat meet the required standards regionally and internationally. Help with the packaging and labeling. Provide incentives and concessions for local investors to entice them to invest locally. Developing an industrial site with factory shells, three-phase electricity, water and fiber optic facilities. Making sure the utility services are placed on the ground to allow for less maintenance costs. And so the industrial site can be back up and running quickly after a storm or hurricane. Installing a fiber optic and other facilities, providing fast and reliable internet for conducting business online. Creating programs with realistic targets for increasing exports and tourism arrivals. Facilitating the return of medical schools. And facilitating the start of assistance living facilities so you could put people back to work. My friends, Antigua is not known for water, but Antigua exporting more water than Montserrat, who have spring water. Part of the challenge for those businesses that operate in Montserrat, when they order the bottles, the empty bottles, they cost almost the same thing like when you order bottles with water in it. So the overheads is very high. We already identified a plan to blow the bottles right here in Montserrat, put people to work and carry on the overheads so that these companies can compete with companies in the regional market and the international market, and that is how we will increase exports. One way how we will increase exports, right? We know that even when you drill another hole, that the geothermal will not produce enough power, at least not now, to export. But at least we can use it to provide cheap electricity as an incentive to companies so that they can come here and set up industries like manufacturing industries and the likes, so we can put people to work. My people, these are the kind of things that we have planned for you. So I want you to listen carefully tonight. We're not just here to criticize, we're not just here to give constructive criticism, but we're here to also put forward a way, a better way for you, the people. So people, let me hear you. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Yes. So then, let me hear you say, PDM! PDM! All the way! Good night, my people. Good night.
Your party, my party, this is the people's party. Your party, my party, every